The courtroom door swings open with a loud bang, and a tall young man steps inside like he owns the place. Clean boots, expensive belt buckle, bad-shaped necklace, and the smug grin of someone who never once faced consequences. His name is Caleb Vaughn, son of the county sheriff, and he walks in like he's too important to even breathe the same air as the rest of us. He doesn't wait for the bailiff to direct him. He just strolls straight to the defendant's table, tosses his hat on top of it, and leans back in the chair with his boots up like he's settling in for a game. Judge Judy peers over her glasses, unimpressed. "Put your feet down, sir," she says. Caleb doesn't move. "Nah, I'm good. My dad says I don't have to listen to anybody in this building." The courtroom falls silent. Judge Judy folds her hands. "Your father said that?" Caleb smirks. "He says you're just a TV act. Says I don't have to take this seriously." "Well," Judge Judy replies, "I would very much like to meet your father." The bailiff suppresses a smile. Everyone else tries not to stare too hard. I stand at the plaintiff's podium, clutching my statement. I'm suing Caleb for breaking into my family's tool shed, stealing equipment, and then cussing out my elderly father when he tried to stop him. Caleb claimed he had special permission because of who his dad is. Judge Judy turns to me. "Explain the case." I take a breath. "Your Honor, the defendant trespassed onto our property, took power tools worth over $2,000, damaged our fence, and threatened us when we confronted him. He said, quote, 'My old man runs this place. I can take what I want.'" Caleb lets out a loud, mocking laugh. "Yeah, because it's true. Everyone knows I get a little leeway. I've earned it." Judge Judy raises an eyebrow. "How exactly does one earn leeway from the law?" Caleb shrugs. "I don't know. Being born, I guess." Murmurs ripple through the room. Judge Judy addresses him sharply. "Sir, you are here because you allegedly stole property, caused damage, and verbally threatened someone. Do you deny any of that?" "Nope." "Excuse me." "Nope." Caleb repeats proudly. "I don't deny it, but I also don't care. Nothing's going to happen to me. Everyone knows that." Judge Judy's eyes narrow. "And why is that?" Caleb grins wider. "Because my dad's the sheriff, which basically makes me untouchable." The audience gasps. Even I blink in disbelief at how boldly he just confessed everything. Judge Judy taps her pen on the desk. "Miss me with your fantasies, sir. There is no such thing as untouchable in this courtroom." Caleb chuckles. "Oh, sure there is. Watch." He stands up, grips the edge of Judge Judy's bench with both hands, leans forward, and says loudly enough for the entire courtroom to hear, "You're fired." Judge Judy freezes. The bailiff stiffens. Caleb continues, louder. "Yeah, my dad says if a judge gets too bossy with citizens, we can file a complaint and get her tossed out. And I don't like your tone, lady. So you're fired." For a full second, the room is dead silent. A silence so low and heavy it feels like gravity doubled. Judge Judy doesn't blink. Instead, she stands up. When she speaks, her voice is calm. Too calm. "Sit." Caleb scoffs. "Why would I?" "Sit down." Caleb drops into the chair automatically, like his body obeyed faster than his brain. Judge Judy stares at him with the icy authority of someone who has ended people's delusions for longer than he's been alive. "Young man," she says, "you are under the false impression that your father's position grants you special privileges. That is not only incorrect, but dangerous." Caleb tries to recover his swagger. "You don't scare me." "Good," Judge Judy replies. "Because this isn't about fear. It's about truth." She turns to the bailiff. "Call the sheriff." Caleb jolts upright. "Wait, what?" "No, don't call my dad." Judge Judy ignores him. The bailiff picks up the phone, dials, and says quietly, "Yes, Sheriff Vaughn? Your son is in courtroom 3. Judge Judy needs you. Immediately." Caleb's face drains of color. Okay, hold on. Let's all calm down." Judge Judy looks back at him. "You told me I was fired. You claim you're above the law. Now let's see if your father feels the same." Caleb swallows hard. "Well, he's busy. He's always busy. Not today," Judge Judy says. 5 minutes later, the courtroom doors open. Sheriff Vaughn himself steps inside. A large, stern man with a stiff cowboy posture and decades of law enforcement weighing on his shoulders. He looks at Caleb once, and his jaw tightens. Son, he growls, what did you do? Caleb stands, stammering. Dad, I was just... She's making a big deal out of nothing. Judge Judy lifts a hand. Sheriff, your son confessed to trespassing, theft, property damage, and intimidation. He also told me directly that you said he doesn't have to obey laws or this court. Sheriff Vaughn's face turns red, then pale. I never said that, he snaps at Caleb. What in God's name possessed you? Caleb shrinks in his seat. Dad, I thought. You thought what? The sheriff roars. That you could disrespect a judge? That you could drag my name through the mud? That you could abuse your privileges? The courtroom goes silent again. Caleb tries to stand, but the sheriff points a finger. Sit down. Caleb collapses back into the chair. Sheriff Vaughn turns to Judge Judy, shame heavy in his voice. Your Honor, my son will face whatever consequences you deem fit. He's been warned before. Today is his final warning. Caleb sputters. This is crazy. Dad, you're just gonna let her. His father snaps. You told a judge she's fired. Are you out of your mind? You want to know what happens to people who think they're above the law? They end up behind bars. Caleb goes silent. Judge Judy sits back down and resumes the case with the same professional calm as before. Sheriff Vaughn, thank you. Please take a seat. He nods and sits behind his son, arms folded, disappointment radiating off him. Judge Judy continues. Now, Mr. Vaughn, as far as this court is concerned, your position does not mitigate your son's actions. Sheriff Vaughn nods solemnly. Judge Judy looks at Caleb. You broke into the plaintiff's property. You stole from them. You threatened them. You bragged about immunity you do not possess. And you behaved like a toddler throwing tantrums. Caleb stares at the floor. For all of that, she continues, you owe the plaintiff the full cost of the stolen and damaged items. $2,350. Caleb doesn't speak. But that is not all. He finally looks up. Judge Judy stands again. You will also pay punitive damages for intimidation and malicious behavior. $10,000. Caleb's jaw drops. That's ridiculous. Judge Judy cuts him off. What's ridiculous is your belief that you get to bully people with your father's badge. What's ridiculous is the arrogance you've shown. Sheriff Vaughn nods grimly. He'll pay it. Caleb whips around. Dad, no, this will ruin me. Judge Judy looks down at him with finality. You ruined yourself the moment you believed you were untouchable. Caleb covers his face with both hands. Please don't do this. Judge Judy speaks one last time. You told me I was fired. But today, young man, you learned that the law is not a job you get to terminate. It is a reality you will live under, starting now. She slams the gavel. Judgment for the plaintiff. Court is adjourned. Sheriff Vaughn grabs his son by